Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to this Postdoctoral Clinical Research Training Award information session. I will be talking briefly about this application and we will have time for questions in a few minutes. So first, eh, my pleasure is to introduce the leadership. So Dr. Rothman and myself will be working with those of you who will be selected. We are both physician scientists, and hopefully we will bring our experience to you in a very collegial way. The scope of this award is to allow and equip people with a translational science skill. So we welcome application in biomedical, behavioral, clinical research, but also people who work merely with animal models or molecular models are welcome to apply. When we talk about translational research, we refer primarily to the implication of your research for improving human health. This T32 is a component of the National Institutes of Clinical and Translational Science Awards, the SICA, but also is a partnership with Johns Hopkins University, with whom we receive the NIH awards. The school are part of the University of Maryland, including dentistry, law, medicine, nursing, pharmacy, social work, graduate school, but also we open up to University of Maryland College Park. The postdoctoral trainee will fund hopefully two candidates. We will not yet have the number. It's really not relevant. For now, what you keep in mind is the duration of this training, that is 2 years. What about the award per se? So the award will provide financial support in the form of a stipend, tuition, training-related expenses, for example, a school to attend, or a conference, or any other training opportunity that you think is relevant to improve your skills. All the expenses are in line with the RUF Kirchstein National Research Service Award, what we call the NARSA, and the guidelines are provided here. In terms of budget number, you will need to refer to current fiscal year to know the exact amount. Who is eligible to apply? It is required to be a US citizen or green card holder. Those who are on a visa are not allowed to apply. It is also important to have a PhD, and the completion should be done by July 1st when we start the program. An MD, a DDS are all comparable doctoral degree that allow us to include your application in the pool of those who will be reviewed. If funded by the T32 training program, no other federal funding are allowed. So let's assume you have also another T32. Well, you have to choose between one or another. Eligible doctoral degree are very broad, as you can see, DMD, DC, DOD, VM, OD, and so on, engineer, Pharm, DNP, ND, PsycD. No more than 1 year of previous aggregate NRSA support is allowed. What do we require from our trainees? So they have to have a full-time position in science and research with 40 hours per week devoted to science. We will be requiring to attend our seminars that are mandatory and offer primarily virtually. Sometimes we have some hybrid meetings as well in the form of a retreat, but most of the case are online meetings, easy to attend from anywhere for our trainees from Johns Hopkins University, for our trainees from UMB. The projects needed to be already identified as well as a primary mentor. You may have also a secondary mentor, but what is relevant is that you come to us with already a project in mind, well detailed, and that is part of the package that will be evaluated. Also, we require to pursue training as clinical or non-clinical postdoctoral fellow in translational clinical research. So we encourage you to apply for a master in clinical research, or if you have already complete a master, a certificate. The student must have a good academic standard with a minimum semester GPA of 3. Clinical fellows should also satisfy requirements related to their specialty in terms of clinical boards. Let's now talk about the application per se. So you will have a cover letter with the title, the scope of your application, why you think this is an important opportunity for you. Curriculum vitae that is well detailed. If you have a publication that are impressed, publication submitted, it is helpful to show that you have been productive. And then the mm, proposal per se, we call personal statement, but please keep in mind this is your project. There will be an aim page, a title, a detailed explanation of the project that you will be conducted, but also we wish to know how this opportunity will strengthen your future. So in that sense, we would like to hear about your short and long-term research goal, as well as your research interest, especially why a master in clinical research or a certificate program will make you stronger in the future. Any literature that you will be citing is not count in the page limit. Transcripts are also required, and applicants also will concurrently apply for this award as well as register for the master or the certificate. If you don't know which certificate will be more optimal for your career, feel free to reach out to us, myself, Professor Roffman, Line, and we will guide you in choosing what is the best option for you. We also require two letters of support that should be sent by the deadline that this year is February 27, 2026, 5 p.m. And the letter should not be sent by you, but directly from your mentors to our email ictr-navigator@universityofmaryland.edu. One letter will be from a former professor, let's assume your PhD mentor, for example, and one from the current mentor, the person that hired you for your postdoc. And this letter from your current mentor is very important, should be detailed in terms of level of commitment to the trainee, prior experience in mentoring postdoc trainees, level of grants that have been received over the past few years, but also the communication, the time, the engagement that you have with this mentor. The mentor is also required to submit the NIH biosketch. The postdoctoral appointment must not be contingent, as I mentioned before, with another T32 award. Again, the deadline will be February 27 this year, and we will see a little bit why this application can be ideal for you. So, well, the package financially is very appealing, but also especially in moment where your PIs may welcome support. But apart the financial component, it is a terrific opportunity to learn more about human research or animal research with implication for human health. So we offer seminars monthly together with Johns Hopkins University. They are offered online as hybrid format and are easy to attend from anywhere. We also offer what we call the catalyst seminars that broaden the scope of what you are learning. Also, you will have opportunity to join the same seminar that our junior faculty, what we call the K awarded, are attending. So again, you can think a step forward, as eventually a future faculty, a junior future faculty. What do you need to become more and more competitive and strong as a scientist? Also, we offer a rich package for ethical conduct of our research. statistics, that is very important no matter which topic you study, and then professional development workshop. You will have the opportunity also to convey your science to the community with a community engagement research learning opportunity offered to everyone. We require to attend every year our translational science meeting. So there is an agreement between trainees and mentors. You commit to that. Our federal funds begin the vote to nurture the next generation of translational scientists. And this agreement is not trivial because in the event you stop sooner, there are implications. So it's very important that this agreement is well understood and we all understand that it's an award for both the mentor and mentees, not only for the mentees. We offer to meet by monthly, but also twice per year. We review your progresses and keep in mind that this is a 2-year training program. So at the beginning, you will define together with the mentor the milestones, which are the goals, and we will follow up in roughly 6 months, and then again at the end of the 1 year, and so on for the second year. At the end, there will be a completion report where we expect at least to have 2 papers as first author being published, but also, or at least submitted, a K grant being drafted and submitted, and other, of course, opportunity from a job interview, how to be able to present your data at a national, international conference, and so on. We keep record of your improvement. That is why we have this clinical research appraisal inventory. We are at the baseline, so when you start, and later on, we consider from where you start and what you have achieved after 2 years with us. And I think that is all we have today. So you can find more information on our website, but also we are now here with you to address any question that you may have. And thank you for your attention. Questions? Okay. If you don't have any questions, okay, great. If we are planning to stay with a current mentor, or do we need to submit an additional letter? Yes. You will need good question. I mean, usually the mentor from the PhD can be also the mentor from for the postdoc, and we can seek another person probably to write a second letter, right?
I think there also has to be a strong justification for staying with the same mentor.
That's a good point. In terms of current biosketch, we still use the old, no, because we just change NH biosketch. We can discuss that as well.
I would argue that it's a good opportunity to learn how to do the new format.
So for your mentors, we highly encourage you to submit a biosketch and the newly updated guidelines for biosketch. That is something that just it changed. So, any other questions? Well, if not, feel free to reach out to us via email and we will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you very much.